Hey, hi. Welcome to H&M Technologies online training. This is the video 35 advanced methods. We are almost at the finish line of our module 5. We have built some incredible classes and I learned how to use a self to manipulate the data inside your objects. But today I have a question for you. What if a method doesn't need to look at a specific object? What if a method needs to interact with the blueprint, which is our class, the parent class itself? Or what if just a generic helper function that we want to neatly organize inside our class, but it doesn't need to the class or the object at all? In professional Python code bases, we have two special decorators to solve this. One is a class method and another one is a static method. Knowing the difference between these three types of methods is a guaranteed tech interview question. Let's dive in and see exactly how they work. Let's imagine you are building a HR system for a company, any company you can take. You have an employee class, right? And normally you create an employee by passing their name and salary, right? But what if the HR department hands you a massive text file where the data is formatted as a single string, like Arjun 85,000, like this n number of names and their salaries? There's only a text format, so all the data is in a string. How do you do this? For this, we can build an alternative constructor using a class method to handle this. For the open your VS Code and create a file name called advancedmethods.py. Let's see how to solve this question. Sorry, the problem we have. For this, I'm creating a class. Our class is a class employee, and a class attribute company name. I created a H&M Technologies. Then I'm creating instances define with the init, dunder init, as usual, self, then name, then salary. Okay, I need to initialize them. Self dot name is a name, then self dot salary is a salary. The class method is a at the rate class method. This is a decorator and it define from string because we are getting a data as a string format. Everything is a string format. Here CLC is like a itself. How its self is like that CLC class. I just changed the name. Now I want name comma salary. Where I'm getting this to split, I get a name salary when I split my employee string. Okay. Now let's create another class method and define change company name CLC and new name. And now test our code. For to test, I'm creating an object which is a real data. Object is a real data. Remember that. Employee in an employee class, I have to give one name, Arjun, and the salary. Yeah, done. Now I'm creating an object, other object using our alternative constructor. Like if I data might be a single string. Employee data like Ravi 90,000. So there is the other type of data we got. Other employee, just this employee dot employee from string. I'm just putting this raw data into this employee 2 because we need to split that. For that, I'm just adding employee dot from string employee data. Okay, this employee data I'm putting into this here, which is employee 2. Employee 2 is doing employee dot from string. From string is this one. So the raw data convert into the in the form of list, name and salary. Okay, right. I'm printing my output. Format my output. Employee one dot name, and then salary is rupees. Employee one dot salary. This is for employee one, and see the output here. Employee one Arjun, and salary is 85,000 rupees. Now do the same for employee 2, which is our raw data, single string format. That also we can convert into Same thing. Employee 2 is Ravi, salary 90,000. See what we done to get this. We have a method, class method. This decorator tells Python do not pass the object self into this method. Pass the class itself, CLC itself. Okay. And we created a def from a string, which is a class employee and a employee string. Notice we use a CLC instead of a self. CLC is just a convention, but it's standard for a class. Okay, that's why we use a CLC. And now that we written the CLC, so you written the CLC in the form of a name and a salary. Because CLC represents the employee blueprint and calling CLC, CLS as exactly the same as a calling employee. We just built in a custom doorway to create an object from wide data types. This pattern is used constantly in professional data, which is data analytics, data science, and backend engineering everywhere. So instant methods take self, class method take CLC. But what if a method takes neither? Sometimes you write a function that is logically related to a class, but it doesn't actually need to read any of the object's data like a self or the class data CLC. It's just a helpful utility. We call this static methods. Let's add a static method to our HR system that checks if a given data is a standard workday. For this, I am just importing date time. Then I'm creating a class employee. As usual, I instate the self dot name and salary, which is a salary. Here we're creating a static method. Here I'm defining a method called is workday. I'm taking a day. Here I'm taking a not mentioned self or CLS because what type of data I'm getting from user I don't know. So that's why I'm taking neither. For that I am just giving a condition, if condition day dot weekday. How I know whether it is a weekday or not? From I imported as a date time. From that in Python, Sunday is 6, Monday is 0, Saturday is 5. Okay, Tuesday knows like that. So if it is a Sunday or Saturday, then give a false or a return true. If it is a weekday, so day weekday it is equal to 5, or day dot weekday it is a 6, either it is a Saturday or a 6 it is a Sunday. Then return false because Saturday Sunday are not a weekdays, or else return true. Right, now let's test our method. Further I have to give data, my date, date time, date 2026 10th month and a 15. I'm giving a year, month and a day. I'm making a result as a employee data is workday. For workday my data is my date. Okay, it just returns, it won't print. So now I'm printing. Here is something, if a result in our static method we get a true or false only. Now we are making this as a real output, if a result, and if it is a workday I'm telling it is a regular workday, and I'm extended time to code, else I'm printing my day is the weekday. I'm telling it this time to relax. See here 2026 0 and 15 is a regular workday. Time to code, change my data. Now what if it is a second, in second month 15 is a workday. See, I'm trying to give a second month as a 30. I got a error, day is out of range for month. In the third month 30 is a regular workday, and fourth month is workday, and fourth month fifth is a weekday. Time to relax. Sorry, I just made a mistake here. I just print this weekday. I have to print this as a weekend, right? Say in a fourth month, fifth is a weekend. Time to relax. and sixth is a regular workday, time to code, and fourth is a weekend. 4 and 5 are weekends, time to relax. See, to get this, what we done here, we created a static method. This decorator completely detaches the method from the class and the object. It doesn't need a think about a class and object. It just is different from the both. And we define the is a workday. Look closely. No self, no CLS. It behaves exactly like a normal standalone function. Everyday workday is 5, weekday is a 5, or weekday is 6, then written false or written true. Then as usual, this is our output here. If you are taking notes, draw a big star next to this. This is your cheat sheet for your technical interview. Very important. Instant methods. Self. Use this 90% of this time. Use them when you need to read or modify the specific data or specific data for an object, like changing urgent salary, like that. And second, class methods, CLS. Use this when you need to modify class level data. When you want to build an alternative constructor to create an objects in a new way, use a class method. And the static method is use this for simple isolated helper functions that belong logically with the class, but not need to touch any terminal data, like now we did that. This is a static method. This is a class method. In previous classes we done instant methods. In our next video we are putting everything from module 5 together. We are going to build a massive Uber mini project, a fully functional bank account system. We'll see you there. Thank you, and thank you for choosing H&M Technologies. Happy coding.